So while I was looking through cards in set 20 and seeing what terrible, horrible meme decks I could build, I came across this mist, and I'm like, oh, this mist is actually kind of okay. You get to choose a cost for your retreat into play, and then you also get to give them plus 20. And as long as mist stays in the field, you get to continuously give a cost 1 unit plus 20. And so I took two storms. I'm like, okay, what cost ones are in the set? And I also had a discussion last night with somebody, but there's a new Edward that when you class change into him, you can deploy a cost one for free. Um, of course, the benefit comes alongside class changing him, and outside the first time, it's not really considered free anymore. But it isn't the worst thing in the world. If you need to, you can pay 2 bonds to summon a one cost from the retreat while still cycling. It's almost as if you're getting a like plus one, or like a cycle at least. Um, and yeah, I sort of went from there. When I was building the deck on my own, I shoved in Krafnaga because he is the highest hitting cost one. I put Leonardo for the 1 to 2 range, and he also buffs Edward 1. I put in Tormod because Tormod's an okay summon, especially when you have the lingering 5/3s in your hand. And of course Nolan because he hates space 50 with no other requirements. Alongside that, I also shoved in a couple of copies of Ike because if you're playing green, you really can't go wrong with Ike. And if you need to, you can swap the 6/4 and just, sort of play the game from there. It's so hard to go wrong with this card in any green deck. And yeah, outside of a few other filler cards like Mist 1 for more dodges, or maybe you buff Edward to base 90 when you swap into your 3/2, and the Edward 4/2 to promote. My list ended up being extremely similar to Hax, who won a weekly with it, with Edward at least. He had only 2 copies of Mist 3/2, 4 copies of Mist 1, and he had some other numbers fluctuating around in order to include a set of har, or 8, yeah, like 8 har. Overall, this is probably not the worst thing that you can come up with, but it doesn't hold a candle to the standards that this metagame holds, but we're going to see how it works. Have fun. And we do need to roll our dice, so I got a 4, and he also got a 4. We get a 3, he also got a 3. Well, you get a 6. Is it? We go first, which is pretty alright since we're playing the aggro deck. That is a lot of That's a lot of Edward, but honestly, I don't mind it. Like, all things considered, we could even go into a base ADM see if we really wanted to. And we have, like, perfect curve regardless, as long as we get stuff into our retreat. Alright. Have fun. Alright, well, it seems like we're gonna have the generic green matchup. Who is more generic. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy my Leonardo. It turns him next turn, and it technically buffs Edward, while also buffing himself. I feel like it's gonna be an extremely hard unit for him to remove, though I don't really know what's in his deck yet. I presume he wouldn't have access to 1 to 2 range, and if he does, it's probably like an archer that's only hitting 30. I just like absolutely need. Well, if he hits me, that's like the best case scenario. If not, I can promote into the other 3/2 and like delay my plans, I suppose. Though Balding and Edward turn 1 really like signals what I have in my hand. Alright, well, we're gonna see the Elysia. That's a decent cost 1 to hit. I will go ahead and miss this because of the Leonardo buffing me. This should also miss as well. Thank you, Leo. Very cool. Wonder if he's gonna mill 3 in order to move Elysia or Harden back. I'm gonna presume he moves the Elysia. Oh, he's also running red, so he doesn't even get the chance to. That is a bit unfortunate, but oh well. sacrifice the heart in order to move the Elysia. Yeah. Draw. Fall. We got a cost 1 regardless, so happens to also be Ike. I think Ike is a bit more durable, so I'm gonna hit him on one of these. Class change. Drop my card properly. And this doesn't require a flip, this is just free. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this Ike. Yeah, it's from your tree. So this is free for the first time around. It won't be free all the other times though. Alright, let's swing here first. Like, if he doesn't have an evade, we don't want to put one in his hand. This will hit. And I gets a +10 buff, making it much harder to hit. And I can freely swing here. I don't think there's an ordering between these two. Yeah. And I was just thinking about actual support emblems in my deck, and I can't really use that because I'm ahead on bonds right now, but whatever works. Leonard will need a class change in order to hit 4-3 hard. Becomes a base 80 when he has a stack of 3 if I recall. Will Harko does 3-2. No, just to place Pala. It's fine. I believe Pala gets a buff. 2 or more others. Yeah. Ike. So even though Ike has the +10 buff, he is gonna go down here. Not much we can do. And Kanto is gonna go ahead and push him all the way back. Or push her back. Record Dragon misses. Well, it was gonna miss regardless without a crit. And Pegasus practice, maybe he'll get the move. He already saw the best, so that is a no bueno to that. Unless if he wants to growth again, he will not. And I will take this opportunity to... Oh, wait. Oh. Wasn't really looking out for that. I usually just presume people play the game alright, although, that's probably not a good call seeing my record of tournament matches. It's all good. Anyways, we're just gonna deploy our mist here. And do we want to get the Ike back? Might as well get the Kurth out. And I presume he's not gonna run Veronica. I presume he isn't, so I think we are all good here. I'll mill 3. And Kurth gets a +20. It's pretty much guaranteed this stack. So if he's hitting 60, you're hitting like 70. Technically, it doesn't really matter who I buff. I'm just gonna shove the buff onto... I'll shove the buff onto you instead. In the grand scheme of things, they're both hitting 70, and without Limstella support, which he's definitely not running, he's not gonna hit. Unless if I, like, didn't read past the miss skill. Yeah, it's only +20 attack during the turn. Is he just gonna die from, like, aggro? It's late here, Emblem, but... I'll have to see. The mist is extremely threatening, and this is his promotion turn if anything, so... yeah. I don't know if keeping the Tormon was a bit greedy. If I really needed to, I could have summoned it, but I'd rather be summoning Kurth instead, because Kurth can hit with an attack emblem. That's a bit tough. Encouragement. He's gonna go ahead of Elysia into Har. Har's gonna sit there as a base 80 with 30 supports, which means I need to hit a threshold of 110. Which is actually kind of difficult For an aggro deck, I'm not running many 30 supports. Outside of my... That's a good question. Outside of, like, my Edward 1 and my Nolan ones, I don't think I have any other 30 supports. Which is technically something that Hax's version of the deck had that mine didn't, so... We'll have to see. It's probably gonna attack the curve, not flipping for 1 to 2 range, if it even has that possibility. I don't think he does. Or, I thought he did. Alright, well, let's get draw cards here. I don't really know what I want to do here. I'm always tempted to go into this meme of becoming an 80 base. I don't think that's ultimately necessary, especially since he's still gonna have 30 supports. It's tough for me to get past that alone. This, ironically enough, does more damage than Edward, because it can get buffed by the mist. I shouldn't have bought the Tormod, but even then, he's gonna be hitting 110, and I'd still need a 30 support off the Tormod to even hit. Right, well, what is the worst that can happen? I'm just gonna cycle the more cards anyways. I'm at 5 orbs, so I'm perfectly fine. Go ahead, move these off to the side, so all my skills are active. Which basically, like, I'm just gonna go through all his skills right here. Level 2, you get plus 10 during your turn. Level 3, you get plus 10 during your opponent's turn. So now you're just a raw base 70. And then level 4, you gain flat out plus 10 attack. So, 980. Alright, let's use Mist to buff Leo into a hero emblem. And thankfully this actually hits. Wow, it's crazy. I think I will dispatch a crit here, just because I can. Ah, GG. My next play was gonna be deploying Nolan off of the mist and critting. GG.